Due to the labor shortage in our area in manufacturing, we were looking to do some automation, and we chose to take away some of the more labor-intensive operations we had, and that's when we contacted the RG group, and that's how I met Corey.
So the first thing that RG does is we have a technical call with the customer to determine what their needs are, and we can do that virtually if it is convenient for the customer. With Regipool, they were very close, so we were able to go to the site to see their problem and diagnose what the issues were and dive deep into their problem to create a good solution. So once we're done with the site visit and we speak with the customer like Regipool and we gather all the information needed, we'll have an internal meeting to determine the best option for the design, and we'll start the design process.
Yes, within a couple weeks after the visit and the discussion, we had actually a computer animated version of what the system would look like. We were able to see it remotely, and all three of our key employees were able to witness it and ask questions, and then we gave feedback back to the RG group.
So once we get the final approval, we go through, we finish up our design, then we get all our components ordered in-house, and then we start assembling here at our facility in order to do a factory acceptance test. And that's where we bring the customer in and they can see the whole solution come to life in our factory and get it all approved before we install it to their satisfaction.
And we signed off on it when we were comfortable with it. And then we came on site, and then we actually saw the live robot and the software that he was running, doing all that. It was fantastic. And at some point, they told us a timeline to make the improvements that they felt before delivery. So they didn't rush to get it over to us. You want to make sure before you showed up on site that you weren't going to be doing changes while you were on site. You did them right here. When you felt you were ready, we signed off, you came up, installed it, and we were good to go.
Yeah, so we try to make sure that everything's right before we get it to you.
That's so important. I have to tell you, it's so important because if we're up messing around, tweaking up there, the machine's down.
Exactly.
That machine was up and running in no time after you came up. Yeah, and I appreciate that because you took care of doing that, and we were really anxious to see it, but I'm glad you took the time and got it right, and it was right the first time. Yeah.
Yeah, so once we were ready for the install, we contacted Regipool to get the date ready for when we were going to do the installation.
And also our maintenance crew was there to see it firsthand, and they got to see exactly, how this thing was going to operate in our facility later on. That was invaluable, really invaluable to have them there.
Along with that 10-day install time, we had the machine up and running within 4 to 5 days. But we took the extra 5 days to condition the machine and get it to where it was running more optimal and efficient for the customer. So we took a little extra time at the end to make sure that it was running according to their specifications to keep up with their production needs. And as far as I know, George, I think we surpassed your production needs.
You surpassed it. We did when we got your proposal, we took a look at the cycle time to determine the return on investment. If it did this, then this is a return on investment. And yeah, you surpassed it. It was it's like we got a brand new toy and we had to go play with it. And every little tweak that needed to happen, we picked up the phone and they were very responsive. Corey was up anytime there's anything that needed to be adjusted. I would say that we were productive post-installation, and then we kicked it into a whole other gear about 2 weeks later. I mean, so we went from like this, and about 2 weeks later went like that. If you're a manufacturer like us, and you're interested in automation, I would highly recommend the RG Group. They're local, they're attentive, they're competent, they're responsive. They know what they're doing, and you'll get all the combination of a local presence and a skill set that you need in order to get your project done.